Well, hello there. It took me forever to get to you today. My phone decided it wanted to do a Facebook update while I was trying to get onto Facebook. That's always a treat. Unfortunately, technology is one of those things. I am going to just go find us and share this into the creative group, so hopefully you guys can find me. I'm sorry I wasn't here when I wanted to be. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let's see. Share to a group. There we go. Okay. So, hello, Vicki. It's so good to see you. Today is the first day of club. So, in-person club starts today. I am waiting for a couple of more items to come in, and I have packages that are going out, both for this past weekend's quarterly catalog launch, which is behind me. Let's see. Starts right about with the Merry Christmas and goes all the way down. So that's exciting, and I get to mail out all those card packets to folks who signed up. In addition to club, which is my favorite time of the month. I have the first crew of people coming here in just a little over an hour. So as long as I don't talk too much, I'll get to eat before they come. It's a busy time, and it's my favorite time because I love having people here, and that's where I get my energy from. When I am crazy busy like today, and I want to talk about things that you do when you're crazy busy or when you're short on space, I have to talk about our Stampin' Up! Kits. So today I thought I would show you a few of them. It might be easiest just to flip the camera and jump right in. And then I thought maybe we could design a little bit on the fly with the Christmas tag kit. I need to design my bingo for the stamping retreat on a cruise ship that's happening in under 2 weeks. So bingo is coming. I have tons of make and takes for them, but bingo is an optional class that I love to play, and mainly it's a card class, but they get to win prizes in addition to cards. So cards with prizes. Ooh, what could be better? Anyway, I'm going to flip the camera and we'll get started, and I'll show you some of these amazing kits. Forgive my hand while I flip this, but I wanted to make sure I don't make anybody dizzy. Let's avoid the seasickness. How's that? That's funny. Okay, so I think we're good. Yep. Got the edge of the table in the right spot. That's good. I can see you. I can see your comments. Why is that upside down? Because I left it that way. So I'm just going to go through a few of the ones that I assembled recently because I wanted to make them up to have for samples to show. This one comes with a lot of cards, and look at the envelopes. They're so pretty. You could continue to make cards with them on and on and on. There's no stamping in this. However, I did add Wink of Stella. I'm going to tell you, see the solid dot on all of our kits? The solid dot is meant for these glue dot things. And then the open dot is for dimensionals. So that's something I didn't know because who reads the directions, you know? I guess I don't. It comes in 4 different languages. So if you speak French or German or I think Dutch, you'll have, but you can even pull out other words out of these stickers. So if you wanted to, you could have some fun making additional projects with some of these. But these, some of them are correct. You'll see. I have September, November, December, November. So I haven't gone through and marked my book yet, but it's a great organizer. So I send birthday cards to my team every single month. So all 3 levels of my team, they get a birthday card in the mail from me. And I'm always needing cards. These I assembled, and I got 6 of this design and 6 of the other design, which I'll show you in a minute. But I added Wink of Stella because hello, gotta put it on everything. And it comes with these cute embellishments, which I really love. In addition to that, I want to draw your attention to these envelopes, which could totally be cut up and turned into additional projects. I, for now, left the kit intact because I wanted people to be able to see them in its entirety. But once you get your birthdays all written out, you can slip the cards in and have them all ready to go for your upcoming birthdays. Oh, let's see. This is the other card. Oh my gosh, look at that gingham paper. I love it. I was gonna say I flip and love it. So this is how they come, and they come with those gems to attach, and these are additional pieces you stick on. So you stick one, the black piece goes that way, and the green piece goes this way, and they fly together. So that's the birthday card organizer. Again, all of these can be found in the online store, and they come in and go out. So sometimes I might be showing you something that's not active right now. It will still show up in the store as long as it's coming back. So you can set a reminder on your phone to check in once a week to see if they're coming back. But I really love the birthday card organizer. That's the first one I'm going to show you. Hey, Robin. Good to see you. This one inspired a class on the cruise ship coming up. First of all, again, look at these envelopes. Aren't they cute? Don't you just want to make birthday cards now? These are shaker cards. And I did a little bit more embellishing than the kit called for on this one. But you literally put the shaker stuff in the card, put the solid card behind it, and it's got this, it's just got like, you pull it and seal the bag, and then you sticky strip it on. It's the easiest thing. It comes with a roll of tear and tape, and it comes with stamps, and of course I added, shocker, Wink Estella, because I got to put that stuff on everything. Here's the third design. So this one, I put the bags together backwards. I should have probably put the glitter or the shaker stuff in the front and then sealed it the other way, but it's the inside of the card, so I just said, oh, what the heck, and I stuck it down anyway. And again, I used the tear and tape. You just put it across and tear it off. It's the easiest stuff to work with. But it really inspired me to go make more cards with it. I took some of the new Memories and More cards and designed a whole class around it. And all of that will be coming. So I have more info on that. But can't spoil all the surprises before we get there, right? Okay, so that's kit number 2 that I can show you. And like, these are just ones that I've been sticking together. You know, we end up, Alexis, it's like a 2-hour car ride to go see Alexis, and this is the easiest thing to, the block came out of that one, to put in the car and do wherever, whenever, if I'm still playing taxi, even though she's in college. So, Wink Estella should be my name. Yeah, that birthday one, the shaker one, is so fun. Oh, ooh la la, earrings. All right, so this one I assembled, and then I decided that I wanted to show you some assembly tricks on this one. First of all, the pictures do not do it justice. You can't see in the catalog how these things shine. They're so pretty. I did use my liquid green tube glue on those little bitty flowers. And here's the kit, like, so it comes like this, and you pop all these pieces out. Look, aren't they pretty? And all of these little vellum flowers I just stuck on with liquid glue, like I said. Here we go. And these I did do a little bit ahead, but I stopped because I wanted to show you. So hang on. And by the way, I did this weeks ago, so hopefully I don't forget what I wanted to show you. Because that's a thing, right? I'll swim away and forget, just like Dory. So here's some completed ones. And again, they come in 4 different languages. This one's no stamping. So if you know somebody that's brand new to stamping or might like to try it, boy, it really packs the punch. And you don't expect that when you're looking at it online. All right. So what did I want to tell you about this? Let me see if I can remember. There was a reason I didn't put them all together. Hang on. This one is here. Okay. And here we go. I like the You Matter, but you could honestly use any sentiment you want and swap it out. Just stamp something right here on the designer paper that it comes with. Oh, let me grab my pieces. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. I've got Seal Plus here, and I prefer to put it together with my own adhesive. I know that it comes with glue dots and dimensionals. The glue dots in the package are flat, and they're annoying for me to work with. How's that for honesty? So I always prefer to use my own adhesives. I'm fussy like that. Oh, this one's stuck to the front of itself. Hang on. Apparently, it's stuck on You Matter. That's funny. All right, I'll fix that in a second. But let's get this pear out of its shell. And now, of course, I'm missing a dimensional because I had it all prepped. But let me grab some dimensionals. There's none in my bucket. Oh. This one has a couple. I don't want any sagginess, so I always put extra. And the reason that I am not digging into the ones that came with the kit is I plan to make a display board with this so that I can bring it with me to in-person events. I do when I do craft fairs, I bring these and I sell them off the shelf because we are allowed to cash and carry these, which is exciting for me because for a new stamper, it's nice. But I would also recommend with this kit a regular thing of glue dots and a liquid glue, just saying. So here we go. It calls for the glue dots to put this on, but as you can tell, I don't follow directions well. It is what it is. I own it. Okay, so I'm going to put it where it goes, and I can put it flat on top of the piece that has dimensionals. And then we'll come back to these, and let's see, 2, 4, 5. So you can just pop them out of the thing here. 1. They're fun to work with. The other one has definitely more of an order of operations. I found it difficult, the first one, because I didn't read the directions. So I figured it out so that you don't have to. I'll show you in a second. Oh, Jolene, I love it. Let's see. Wink Costello should be your middle name. Thanks for sharing the kits. Yay. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to just take my liquid glue and take a tiny, tiny dot. And I know I'm far away from the camera, so here, let me show you. Tiny amount, like you don't want it to be crazy. And I'm going to use my picker tool to help me pick those up. And I want to see which side has a better yellow, because I think this might be directional. It is, I think. So there's 1 and there's 2. It's kind of satisfying to watch it kind of seep into the green glue. So you definitely want to get a tube of this. And if you're using this right, like you can just dot it. I like to put a whole card base down. I just dot the corners. It's super economical. What you don't want to do is use too much, because then you'll end up with it on your hands and then it won't be your favorite adhesive. But here we go. So I just let it seep into the liquid. Well, in theory, if there's liquid. I think I hit the other one behind it, but I want to do this. And then it will set up and dry and be good to go. Now, if I want, I can put Wink Costello on that again. And let's see what's going on here. I got a little bit of, sometimes if you put adhesive on something, you can use the fat part of your finger and work it until it comes off like I'm doing. Or I do have this rubber adhesive remover somewhere, but again, it's not in my bin because that would be too helpful. There we go. I got it off. So persistence pays off. And here's my dimensionals. Because you matter. Ta-da. I love this. So pretty. And again, like, wink the heck out of it. It's an industry term. So that's the small card. And I love that they come with these envelopes. These would be great money holders if you're sending your teenager money at school. Although now I just Venmo her. Oh, you need money? Here. Transfer it in, right? The Bank of Mom is back open. All right. So we've got, let's see. I want to do this right. I want to say I'm missing a branch. This one is for this one, okay? And when you're doing yours, definitely look at the directions for that. Like just for the, so this one goes on the top and this one goes on the bottom, right? But here's the deal with that. I actually stuck this down. I stuck this to the back and through the hole before. My dimensionals are not behaving today. Like this. So again, I'm going to take a little bit of this liquid glue and set it up so that it's going to look just like this one. So now I'll come up under like this. Okay. And I know where my apples are going to end up then. And my finger's stuck there. I'll give that a second. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I kind of want to get a gauge as to where it should be. Now, I'm using my card because I already did this, but when I first started out, I actually followed the picture on the directions to get it to go the right way. But once you get one made, then you can just use it like a template, so to speak. So I'm going to go up underneath to attach that. I found it to be easier that way. Okay. And then they need to be on the front. Okay. And then, like I said, if I'm using this to attach a card front, I use kind of a dot method. I get it nice and flat and I just scratch a little bit on in dots, and then it doesn't spread out all over the place and I don't end up with it on my hands. In theory. There's always the exception to the rule when it comes flying out at you and you can't help it, but you know. Then we'll just get this down in the middle and let it set up for a second. Now, while that's going, I'm gonna peel the dimensionals off the back of these. I already really put the sufficient amount of dimensionals on them. So you might want to get a pack of these too if you don't have an extra pack, because you know, be like crazy like me. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take the dimensionals and slide them up under that piece that I glued on. And notice I'm using the sides, it doesn't matter. Just and I'm only gonna peel off the outsides. I mean, I could bore you and peel off all of them. It's not about being sticky, it's about the right height and about nothing saggy in the middle, right? So saggy anything is not good. Okay. Then we'll stick our happy birthday down. Again, I'll just take a few off. The edges, the corners, and one in the middle maybe. Oh, that was the fussy one that stuck to the card base there. Okay. So here we go. Happy birthday right across the middle. And then these little flowers go the exact same way this one did. So I did 3 at the top and you just put the liquid glue. I could do it again just for the sake of doing it. And then the bottom one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 8 if we're gonna do it again. So you get plenty of these little flowers to finish your creation. And boy, I really like the vellum flowers. They're kind of cool. And everything's included in the kit except for adhesive and scissors. Although According to the directions, you don't need adhesive, but I beg to differ. I prefer the liquid glue, and the liquid glue dries clear. So you're not contending with, is that 3, 6, 7, 8? Good. Okay. So let's see. We got, let's do the 3 up top first because it's easier. 1, 2, 3. And where's my picker? Ooh, I already lost it. This one, if you're not sticky, you can advance, but just don't forget, like the minute you advance it and it starts to come up, back it off so it doesn't do the toothpaste thing and keep coming out at you. We talked about how to use the take your pick tool last week, and somebody brought theirs to the the catalog kickoff. I'm looking to see if I can find my refill. This thing is a plunger, and as you tighten it, the plunger is what pushes the blue stuff up. So I had somebody that completely took everything apart, and therefore they couldn't get the blue stuff to come up. So don't take yours apart. It's there because that's how you get the blue stuff out. The sticky stuff. Okay, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank goodness Cheryl was there and she had hers, because we reversed engineered it to figure out what was wrong with it, because we didn't even know. It's like, I've never seen one like that. I don't know. But, you know, we're crafters. We do stuff. So it was good to know that. Let's see. Okay, so that's all of the flowers for that one. So you get 8 cards in the kit. You get 4 that are smaller, and this is like the size of a $100 bill. Notice I didn't say a dollar bill, because we have kids in college and they don't need singles, they need hundreds. And then that's funny, and this one's much bigger, but it really packs a punch, and I like the size of them. All right, guys. So we've gone through 3 kits, and the third one I gave you a little bit of tips and tricks because I wanted you to see. That one was called Blossom Wishes, and again, there was no stamping on that kit, which is pretty interesting. It does come with quite a few dimensionals. This is a big dimensional sheet, so that's good. But I would definitely recommend a thing of liquid glue. I always recommend buying extra adhesives when it comes to the kits. So, here I missed a couple things. Let me put those away, and I'll show you one more. This is one that on the cruise ship coming up, we ordered one for each person that wanted to play bingo. Here, I'm just gonna drag all this in. My phone was acting funny, so I had an extra half hour, so I started cutting a couple layers for my on-the-fly part. But let's see. So this kit comes with 15 tags, and if you're like me and you struggle with reading directions, you might stick it together flat like this one. In the directions, they tell you to put dimensionals, and that's why I told you about the open circle in those directions is a dimensional. So by the time I got to the third one, someone told me I was doing it wrong because we were on Zoom. And this one's much more dimensional. So if we design a card with this pattern, I'll be sure to use this tag. But it comes with 5 different designs, and you get 3 of each. So I thought this would be a great card class. So that's what I'm doing today. I have 20 minutes, so I can design a class. Craziness, huh? But I have all the pieces out, and I started cutting, so hopefully it'll go fast. But this one caught my eye first. I really like how and I love snowmen, but I really like how they used this tag behind it and made a little background. So I went into my embossing folder. Oh, by the way, can I just tell you, these, they come, so you get 15 tags for $13. These are cards and envelopes that are in the holiday catalog, and they come like this, and they all look like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that crazy? So if I wanted to, my class could just be, yep, assemble, you're done. 4. I wouldn't do that though. 4. Let's see. And then where's number 5? 5's under here. Oh, that's the joy tag, the one that I didn't follow directions on. But I mean, how simple would that be just to stick them on the pre-made cards and call it a day? Isn't that insane? I love it. And these are, like I said, available in the holiday catalog. I would be tempted to take them and cut them on the score mark, or cut them close to the score mark and use them to make more cards. But that's just how my brain works, because I like the gold. But if you like to decorate, you know, the whole card, and you want the back of the card to be decorated too, maybe that you use it as a base and call it that day, right? So I took this piece of paper to get started and embossed it with the, it's an online exclusive. There are 3 designs in it. There's polka dots, there's slashes, and then there's another one. But I'm really, this one is probably my favorite embossing folder in the whole catalog. And I thought it would be cute. It lines up really nice with this guy. And I was wondering, probably right in the middle. I mean, really? Could it be that simple? So that's 4 3/4 by 3.5. And then black. So I was going to do a white base, but now that I'm looking at it, a white base seems kind of plain Jane. It's okay, but I don't know. What do you think? Should we maybe put it on this color to make it pop better? So you guys tell me, do you want a white base, or do you want a pretty peacock base? And we'll get started. We're gonna play a little bit and make some cards out of this. And this will probably be a class on the I was gonna call it the incentive trip, on the trip. I don't know if you guys saw, but my daughter came home from school and I keep losing my scoreboard markers. So she made me some. And if you're taking a class from me from right now, and I'm mailing you something anyway, you can add these on. They're 5 for $10, and they're in boho blue, and they sit real nice and snug, and there's a little bit more to grab than the little ones, and my old eyes are seeing the blue much better than the gray. So I'm super happy with them, and time to plug mine in so that when I need a score, and not to mention, I am forever losing these on the floor. So I have one that I dropped 2 weeks ago and I never found it. So that's what kind of prompted this. And she's like, yeah, Mom, I'll do that. So I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Oh, and with all of that, I forgot my trimmer. Hang on, let me grab it. I use my scoreboard a lot because I do multiples. So for example, there are 54 people in club, and I prepped over 400 cards for them for this week's class. So being able to score a whole bunch, or when I'm making boxes, I like to be able to just put my markers on the mark and then score what I want all the way around instead of lift and push and lift and push. So if you need scoreboard markers and you're getting a class from me, make sure that you ping me if you want some, because I printed some off. Yeah, they're actually fantastic. I think that they're better than the original, which is saying something. I think they're better than the original for a couple reasons. They're heavier, they're easy to pick up and put down, they're easy to see if you drop, and they're definitely easier to see when they're in the gully of the scoreboard. So pretty cool. All right, so you tell me what you prefer. Are we gonna go with, I had to see it. I couldn't just assume that I would. Ugh, come on, really? It doesn't want to straighten. Maybe my layers are crooked. Could be. I was in a hurry. You never know. I'm always on the fly. Do you like the pink? Or do you think that we should use a plain white base? I don't know. Now that I'm seeing it, I think it pops better against the white, but you tell me. What do you prefer? And while you guys are kind of letting me know pink or white for this card, I'll move on. I also ran this one through while I was waiting for my computer to do its thing. So I was thinking we could attach this to this. So it's I have a white base against black, or I have Flirty Flamingo. So pink or black. Those are the colors that went with the kit. I know it might look gray. Now that I cut the pink, I think I like the white better, but I'm still going to let you guys decide, because that's what this is all about. It's on the fly. Miss Cheryl is probably laughing at me because I am designing yet another class live. Last week, I designed a box and a card that I needed to do for my 12 Weeks of Christmas series. And I was like, well, it was on the list of stuff I needed to do, so I think this guy would go good like that. And then what I had in mind was for this kit tag, yeah, just about there. Isn't that crazy? Crazy awesome. I think for this one, I'm going to take the twine off. And maybe, I'm nervous now because I'm cutting into stuff, but you know, that's what I do on the fly. All right, so I'm going to do this. And this, I guess it doesn't matter because I could put it there and it's just part of the element, right? Feels like it needs to be like that, right? Ooh, and then look. Anything can happen when you're on the fly. Look at that. Yeah, so I could even like go that way. Oh, yeah. I don't like it as much. All right, so you guys all said the white for the first card, so I'm going to go backwards for a minute because my brain needs a second to process all that color. Woo! And what I just did to that poor tag. That's funny. So we can stick this one down. And I think we should wink it. What do you think? I do like the gold accents that come with this tag kit. I just put it against that so that we could see what we were doing. Oh, it definitely pops better. You guys are right. It's perfect. It doesn't need anything. I'm going to stick it on just like that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to leave that front piece free flying. The ribbon sort of holds it onto the card. And see, it's still a free flowing thing. I don't need it to, but I think, do I have enough ribbon to tie a bow? Oh my goodness. It's like really picky right there. Hang on. Let's see if I can get that spot to come through. It's very short. Hang on. I'll try again. Boom. Whew. So maybe, I don't know, maybe in the class we'll have them tie it. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I'll bring an extra kit, or I'll tie some bows ahead of time so people don't get freaked out by that because it's a little hairy, but ooh, I do like it. Okay, so that's card 1. Thanks. You guys are awesome at design. Okay, this one, I think again, I like, well, what if we put it on a blue? I'll have to cut one, but just to get, so you guys can see, do we want it on blue or white? It's different. I like that. And then this piece that's left over, we can tie. Oh, look, I like bows again. See what happens? So they gave us a measurement on this tag kit on how long to cut the ribbon. So if they tied it off the roll before they put it together, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But I did tell them to assemble it, so that's going to be an issue, I think. I'll have to pre-tie some bows for them, which I can do. No big deal. Let's see. You know I like to send bows in the kits where I can. I did that for the quarterly. If you get in the quarterly, anything that's like a free hanging bow, I tied. Right there. Oh, that's pretty. And that's the whole length of it. So it's not like you're taking more than what it called for in the kit. All right, so let's stick this bad boy down. So you guys want the blue or the white? Jolene already said go for the blue. This is already up on dimensional, so I'm not going to dimensional it again. I'll just, I'll stick it on. I think I'm going to do it at an angle though. The blue or the white? Oh, and here, there's another look at the white. If you want the blue, we just have to cut one. No glue dots on the table special. Okay, so here's a little trick for you. You can actually use the green glue like a glue dot, right? So we did it in the kit for the vellum. You can also do it for things like this that are a bit, so just a little tiny dot. We'll set it up to dry and leave it alone because that's the trick. I actually did it on the gold foil. So if I move that at all, it's going to be a huge mess. So let's pull in the scoreboard again and we'll make a quick base. We're going the other way. So this one will score at 5.5. I don't know if you're seeing that. And then we can cut at 4.25. How are we doing for time? Because I do have to stop at some point to eat before everybody rolls in at 5. Let's see. Oh, that's so pretty. I like the blue. Good call, Jolene. That's a pretty way to use that. Oh, you guys all said blue. Good call, Robin. Good call, Laura. So pretty. Okay, so we'll... I dare to touch the, is that thing dry? And then like you move it and it's not dry, you know. But I'll just, I want to give this a little haircut so it doesn't look yucky. Don't be afraid to cut it at 2 different lengths. And ta-da. Okay, so that's card 2. Not too bad. And those are just the 2 that I pre-embossed before we got on. Wow. Those are pretty. Gosh darn it. You guys are incredible. All right. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, whoa, whoa, whoa. I have some blue that I cut for a different class that I didn't end up using. Maybe we should emboss this but should I make it smaller? It's pretty. And then there's white here. Let's see. Are those the same size? Yeah. These are just scraps I'm playing with here. Well, let's start by trimming this down. How about if we do 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And those of you that are watching at home that aren't used to this paper trimmer, you know that the darker blade is my cutter blade. So this one got in the way, but I'm really only cutting. That's the score blade. Okay, so there's that. Well, so I did cheat a little bit, Robin. I went and looked up the colors of this before we started. We already used this one, the slashes, and the music one, right? What one do we want to use the same embossing folder? Let's pick one. How about if we do one or the other? How about the dashes or the music notes? You tell me which one you want to use. And we will, here, I'll give you a better look. And we'll emboss that piece. And while we're doing that, while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to cut a white layer to go in between the embossed layer and the card base. So that was 3 1/2. So we'll go 3 3/4. And the blue was 4 3/4. So we'll go 5. So it'll sit nicely around just a 1/4 inch border. Dashes. All right, Robin, you called it. I'll be right back. I'm going to emboss that. Talk amongst yourselves. It would be so easy for me to pull the whole machine over, but it's much easier for me to just do it. But I will show you that for this one, you want to use your, it's a 3D embossing folder, so I use it right on top of my cutting pad, and then I used it with plate 4, and that's the sandwich for that, for the 3D. I get that question a lot, actually, like what plate to use. And actually, I just had someone who bought a cut and emboss machine for me after last week's live. So thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you, and I hope that you are loving your machine when you get it, and I can give you some ideas on how to use it. The biggest expense is the machine, and then like when they come out with new folders, it's so easy. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh. So see how my card base is a little longer in the front? Well, I'm gonna fix that. When I stick it down, I'm gonna stick it down on the backs like that. I don't think it needs anything else. What do you think? I know it's simple, but it's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. All right, so that right there is half my class. I couldn't be any luckier to have you guys. Oh my gosh. So maybe it would be easier in the class if I have them take that off rather than tie a bow out of it. So that's what we'll do. I'll have them take the tag off, the tag thing off, and tie a bow. And if they can't, I'm sure I'll be tying lots of bows that day, or I'll be making them ahead of time. Because, you know, I will make bows like a crazy person. Super cool. All right, so now I do have to actually put adhesive on the, oh, did I put that down crooked? It's a little, oh, it's because the front is a little longer, right? So I want one to be crooked, and this one I'll actually have to put adhesive on because I took the adhesive off, but I'm going to leave the hole in the same spot. And then we'll just do the same thing because I don't have my glue dots. Liquid glue is my friend anyway. When you use a little bit, that's the trick. Okay, and before I even bother sticking that down, let's do this. Okay, so there we go. Card number 3. These are great. Oh my gosh. And then I just want to wink the heck out of it. Yeah. How you doing? So these are just from the tag kit, and they're super easy. The matching colors are Pool Party, Lost Lagoon, Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, and Basic Black, Garden Green. And that's all the colors that match the kit. And of course, it matches anything gold. So if you have gold ribbon, or, you know, you can add what you have on hand. So there are my, there's 3 of my 6 cards that I need for my card class coming up. Just like that, on the fly. But that's what I have to do on a Tuesday, right? Thank you very much, everybody. If you need anything, make sure you reach out. I appreciate you guys very much. If you're in Card Club, packets will be shipping by Thursday, I'm expecting. And the same thing with the quarterly. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day.